It's finally the moment that you, the little people, have been waiting for with bated breath. At long last, you will get the taste of a lifestyle you can only dream of. But what if I told you I could make you an offer to bring your greatest fantasies to life?
I have climbed to such great heights, despite being plagued throughout my life by this curse. I've heard the ludicrous lies told about me and maintained my innocence. Me? A witch? Hardly. I'm a princess. Sometimes bad things just happen. I can't help it.
Whatever you think you know about me.
Whatever you think you've heard. Get ready to cheer for the bad girl.
I love the way the music just stops there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eerie.
you know, usually you say like a whoosh, a whoosh, and it's like stop. And I'm there, I'm like that, right? I'm looking out my fucking window, I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm like,
Welcome.
no, it's still on screen. I'm okay. Okay for a couple more seconds.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ripping a Silverback, episode 95.
95, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
95. Holy.
I know, right? It's kind of
I'm
crazy.
still back. He's the Rip. How you doing, Eric?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm doing
Good,
all right. I've had to. My shelves behind me, they're getting full because I've been adding.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the one in sixes, which are like plugging the gaps, you know, little G.I. Joe statues,
Yeah.
that plug in the gaps. They're like off because I need the room. So we've only got Destro left up there. He's got to come off because somebody else, you know, well, I'm going to have more shelving units going over there now.
There you go.
That's
That's one way to solve it. Yeah.
It's the pictures down there, shelving units there. Pictures can go in the front. I don't know.
Yeah. I respect it. I respect it.
It's happening. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. There's one thing. Yeah, actually, I want to start with this.
Okay.
I want to start with this. Oh, and by the way, actually, before we do start with that, let me just jump to the Rippaverse.com because we do have Jen Soska and Sylvia Soska's books. That was the trailer for them up on the site at the moment. Jen Soska with The Cursed, Part 1. And Sylvia Soska with The Black Eye Club, Part 1. And it's like stupidly close.
Yes.
After
Both over 2,000 books already. So yeah, it's close.
Yeah, let me just bring this up for the audience. If you haven't picked them up, and you should, just FYI.
Yeah.
Curse Part 1, 2,189 books. And when did this go live? A week? Just over
a week. It's been a week. Yeah, been a week.
Just about a week. Closes on Boxing Day, December 26th. 77,100 already.
Oh, yeah.
Then if we jump to Sylvia's, The Black Eye Club, 2,011.
Both over 2,000. I like to see
both
that.
over 2,000 within like 170 of each other.
Yeah.
69,500. They are
close. Neck and neck.
ludicrously close.
Neck and neck, baby.
Ludicrously close. So the sisters at war.
Yeah. I like
a
it.
lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, you can always get both. You get your favorite, but you can always get both. If you're one of those that I like both sides because I don't want to be taking sides and all that, I respect that decision. Just grab both of them. Why not? Why not? Just
I have to.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the most like you're there on a campaign. I've had a lot of you want it alls before.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of I want it alls. And then he got both of these, and I'm just like, I don't want to get fucking chewed out by him. You know, I don't want to get on the bad. You know, we see what they make in terms of films. We see what they
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I've got one on both.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
respect that. Play it safe.
Right. Yeah. Play it safe.
Play it safe.
Play it down the middle. And can't come and bite me in the ass after that. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way that it's got to be. It's the way that it's got to be. So go check out that campaign right now.
Yeah. Go grab it. Get them both.
Get them both. Buy one for one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it. You buy one for the other book that you're getting. That's how you do it.
Exactly. And then while you're there, just saying, scooch on over to the Rippaverse tab because we just so happen to have boom.
Get them both. Actually, 3 of them. Get all 3. There's no both. Get 3.
We got the Heel versus Babyface Rip and a Silverback t-shirt. We've got the Schlurpo story t-shirt, and we've got You're boring t-shirt. Just to make people who are around you, if they see that and if they get raged, then you know the type of person they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know the type of person that they are. But I wanna just go through this for a second. This is kind of away from what we normally deal with. Let me just sign out of this website. Don't need to be doing none of that. But this is a little bit of oh my goodness me. So we're going to go to the Hasbro website.
Okay.
And are you aware of the Haslab side of it?
Yes, I am. I've talked about that in some videos in the past. So yes.
Okay. So just to the audience members who might not know, Haslab has this Hasbro has this Haslab section. And what the Haslab section is concepts that they want to bring to life, right? But it has to hit a certain amount of numbers to fund it. So they've been doing a lot of Star Wars stuff. They've done a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. And more often than not, they get funded. A couple which didn't was the Star Wars Reva lightsaber from the Kenobi show, which didn't even get anywhere close. And then the Star Wars Black Series Rancor monster, which got really close, but not enough. They needed 10,000 and it got about 8.5 or maybe a little bit more. But didn't and if it doesn't hit the goal, doesn't get funded. They don't put it into production. Simple as that. They had a campaign on recently, and it was for Tron. Not Tron Legacy, not Tron Jared Leto. This is for the OG Tron, a bit of a diorama with posable figures. Disney's Tron, of course. And this picture was not black and white before. They've now made it black and white, aka dead. Campaign did not meet goal. And if you look down here, target 10,000.
They wanted 10,000. That was always going to be a tall order. Okay. Dude, I guess it shouldn't be technically for Tron. You think, but yeah, that was going to be a tall order. That was going to be a tall order regardless. 10,000. That's. But where's the enthusiasm? I guess that's my thing with a lot of the Disney stuff. You know what I mean? This is more representative because if you would allow me to explain this to the audience, that may not be in this industry, or maybe unfamiliar with it. So typically when you're talking toy sales, right? And this is why actually I'm fond of the Haslab approach, because it really does let the audience in on the true nature of the enthusiasm surrounding a property. Okay. Typically speaking, you are not, when dealing with really, I mean, you can argue just about anything in retail, but especially in the toy market, the actual buyer is not you from the company. So when Hasbro is sending someone to get in front of the Target guys or Walmart and what have you, or maybe some of the online retailers, that's all they have to do. They have to sell it to them. The retailers, be it online or physical retailers, they're the ones that are selling it to you, right? But Hasbro has already got their money. So whether those damn figures or statues or whatever sit on the shelf and never get bought, Hasbro has already made their money. Typically speaking, it doesn't matter whether it's McFarlane Toys, doesn't matter. They've already made their money once they've sold it to the actual retailers, right? So it's not necessarily a direct like it's not direct information, at least as far as the market is concerned, just because a bunch of them were sold to the retailers. This is more, okay, who actually wants this product? Okay, who actually, this is what the has, and I don't know if they intended for it to be this way, but the Haslab approach is really going to tell you how much how much power, let's say, that IP, that brand has as far as the enthusiasm of a general project. Okay. And the fact that, it only managed to get 1,300 really tells you everything, right? It tells you absolutely everything. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't think a lot of people know just how it actually works, like in the toy industry, as far as who is the buyer versus who is the seller. I think this type of stuff is more indicative. We saw this with the Riva stuff, like you kind of alluded to as well. This is more indicative of where the market actually is at with a general IP.
Yes.
This right here.
Now, Tron, particularly OG Tron, but I wouldn't say Tron is a strong brand in general.
No, I wouldn't say, not now, not this given moment. No, and
I mean, we have to wait. When did Tron come out? Early 80s, early 82.
Yeah, that was 80s. I mean, they've come out with some other stuff in between, but yeah, OG Tron.
Sure, but it took a while for Tron Legacy to even come out. Right. So it's been a good while, and then we've only just got Tron. Massive loss at the cinema came out. These are 3 3/4 figures. Right, so we're not even talking 6-inch. These are 3 3/4, your standard 3 3/4, 3 3/4, folks, if you want an idea. 5 figures, the two bikes, and yes, the diorama does light up. 260 pounds UK. So we're talking $310, $315, maybe $320.
That 10,000 now makes a lot of sense because that's usually the minimum order quantity associated with something that small. Like six, the bigger scales makes sense. Like you can obviously get a bunch of those for a lot cheaper as far as smaller quantities. But when you're talking about, you said the size of these were what again?
3 3/4.
Yeah, you can get that's you have to get a lot of those in order to even make that feasible for the manufacturers to jump in on it. So that makes sense. That 10,000 makes a lot of sense.
And then you see that one, not even 1,400. I think Riva just made it over 1,400.
Yeah,
the Riva lights.
Yeah, this is the true. No, this is the true demand for that, and it shows that there isn't really one. And like I said, I'm not even knocking Hasbro for going about this approach.
No, I love the light. I
love the lab approach. It really and look, it's like it's you have the companies like the Disneys or whoever's going to work with Haslab, and they're going to put it out there on the market. Let's see what the market looks like, and we're going to put that stuff out there. And if it doesn't fund, or it just doesn't fund, and we just won't make the damn thing. I love that approach. I absolutely love that approach. It almost makes me want to think of doing something like adopting that approach for some of the cool things that we could do, and just say, look, if the demand's there, we will do it. If the demand is not there, we won't. But yeah, it does really say a lot about where the industry is at, where Disney's at, where tying their name to a brand doesn't really mean.
Yeah, the G.I. Joe stuff, that when that stuff goes on, I mean, they've done both 3 3/4 and the classified range.
Mhm.
The GI Joe on Haslab, they've done like the Cobra Hiss, they've done the Dragonfly, and other stuff. The Rattler, they recently did the Rattler. Those have just like, they haven't just funded, but they've smashed all the 3 stretch goals. You probably could have added a couple more stretch goals on top of that. And they might have even gone there. So those definitely seem to be high in demand. They don't often do a Transformer. They did like the Devilsaurus, and they've done the Victory Saber. They've done the Unicron. All of those funded, funded very well indeed. So it kind of looks like, particularly with Hasbro, it really does look like their strength now is in their Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Well, those seems to be the layups for them, for sure.
Yeah.
Like those seems to be the absolute just layups for you. I know they did that. I'm about to go look at it. I know they did some Ghostbuster stuff as well. And I think those sold too. Let me see if I can find that.
They did a Proton pack.
See that one had almost 20,000 fucking backers on that damn thing. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, like, so
not just good for displaying, you can use it as a prop. It kind of has multifunction cosplayers,
right?
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, it's multifunctional for sure, which makes sense. But yeah, Transformers, G.I. Joe, those seem to be the layup. But the Star Wars stuff, man, like, and you got Tron and the some of the Star Wars stuff is hit or miss. It's hit or miss. At least the ones that they for sure reject, right? Let's say that. Like that should tell you. And I do wonder if Disney takes that information and actually does something with it. You see what I'm saying? Like if they say, okay, the lightsaber didn't sell.
No, not even close.
So you don't think their marketing guys are like, okay, guys, this is not true, which they should. I'm saying, I'm bringing that up to say that's exactly what they should be doing, is taking that, because that's a more honest representation of the actual customer's level of enthusiasm for your product. That's a direct line of sight. It's not to the retailers, right? Which you can mask a lot just selling it to retailers, and then they just never get sold over the course of the next 2 years. But crowdfunding going direct to consumer, that is a true representation, as about as true of a representation that you can get of, okay, is there a genuine, at least for this market, is there a genuine interest for those that are also into physical, as far as their entertainment is concerned, physical representations of their entertainment, whether it be like a lightsaber, a ship, or a toy, or a fully articulated toy, whatever that may be. That's about as close as you can get. So if you are Disney, I would think it doesn't matter who you are, any company, and you threw all this money behind it, and that's the result that you got was 1,400, if that, you should be taking that back to the drawing board and saying, okay, either this character isn't it, or we have to do some serious rebuilding of this character. If we're gonna make this work.
Because
they should do.
This is across that. Normally they show all of them.
Yeah.
We can scroll across. Okay, excellent. Okay. So these are the ones in production at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Star Wars. This only hit one stretch goal though.
Mm-hmm.
So even the LAT gunship just hit one stretch goal. The G.I. Joe classified Snowcat hit them all.
Mm-hmm.
The Leo Kaiser, which is the Japanese Transformers stuff, which that's the same with the Victory Saber and the Devilsaurus there. That's the Japanese continuation cartoon. That funded, and I believe it got all 3 stretch goals as well. The Ecto 1 anniversary edition got funded. The Rattler, that's now been sent out, hit all of its stretch goals. The past ones here, that didn't fund. The Mos Eisley Cantina, it's not. Did this fund? So this funded with 14,700. Now, obviously, the Cantina is OG.
Yeah, it's like let's make sure that I was just about to bring that up. Like we have to, look at it in its totality. Okay, let's look at it in perspective. Is it OG? And versus is it something modern day Disney Star Wars type stuff?
Yeah,
those are two different things.
Well, the Ahsoka that funded, and that's actually been shipped out. The Giant Man for the Marvel Legends did not fund. Did not fund the Proton Pack.
Do you know how many? I wonder how many backers they were asking for.
I can have a look for you.
For how many?
Or did it just? Oh no! It just funded.
Yeah, it hit. So they were asking for 10,000.
Stretch goal wise,
that seems to be the average.
That must have been. I think that must have been like a final day fund.
Mm-hmm.
It should in there. It should have actually said which
200.
Which if it's hit the 14,000 unlock stretch goal number 2. So stretch goal number 1 was 12. So it hit one stretch goal.
It hit a stretch goal. Yeah.
One stretch goal. Proton packs they did, and which one's that? Omega Prime that funded as well. Yeah. I didn't personally back that one because I'm not into starters.
Yeah, like I said, I love the Haslab approach. Again, and it just even for marketing and for curiosity, it's a great way for I think anybody to say, okay, what is the true enthusiasm with that brand? And it is quite crazy. I mean, only 1,400 for like something that they threw a lot of money behind the Acolyte. They threw a lot of money. I forget what we talked about the numbers associated with that damn show.
The Acolyte show cost $230 million.
And things that were associated with various. It just sucks, man. It sucks that I don't know, man. I would hope that you work for those companies and you take that information and you digest it and you make an adjustment moving forward. But like to your point, I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they say.
I just find it a very odd thing to put up. Like when I first saw it, when it went up on Haslab, my immediate reaction was, there's no way this is for this price point for what they're offering. There's no way that this is going to get funded. None. It seemed to be completely overpriced. I would understand that price point more if it was a different brand, though. I would understand.
Are you talking about for the Tron joint or for
the Transformers?
Yeah,
and, maybe those 5 were a combined, or what? Like they did have a combiner up there, the Leo Kaiser. But 260 for it didn't seem like you were getting particularly any value from India. If that was up for like 150, I'd be like, okay. But so nearly half, nearly half. So I just saw that price point and I saw that it was Tron, and I thought Tron doesn't have the sort of support fan base to
you got to justify 10,000. I mean, again, but that's assuming that you're tapped in like that. I mean, again, part of being in those positions is that you have to be really, really honest with yourself, right? You have to be, you absolutely have to be honest with yourself. And if you don't have that in your ear, like, hey guys, this ain't it, telling you whether you're, I don't know how they collect that data. I have no idea what Disney does or any of these major companies are doing now when it comes to bringing like old material and then trying to do like old IPs and doing new material off of that. I don't know what they are looking at as far as their market analytics are concerned to try to gauge whether or not they should spend, $100 million on a movie or a show or whatever. I have no idea where they're getting that information from. Obviously, they're going to have access to that that we don't. But Yeah, part of it is being aware and being privy and being honest. It's just some things you can get away with. They print money, others not so much. And it does seem that they, at least on the Disney side, it does seem like they are hell bent on trying to, and they found out the hard way, trying to force people to like a thing is extremely difficult, if not impossible.
To me, it's
yeah, I mean, it's arguably impossible. I guess
the more you ram something down people's throats as well, the more they reject it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, especially once they sniff it out. They sniff it out what you're doing. Like
when they know what you're up to.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, we don't
with Star Wars right now. It's turned into a girls' brand. Predator Midlands. It's a girl. It's a film for girls, an emotionally broken man. And it collapsed at the box office. Utterly collapsed at the box office. It's going to lose tens of millions of dollars. Fucking surprise.
Yeah.
But people sniffed that early. You know, you'll get the flood. Oh, it's a Predator movie. Brilliant. But then they'll go and see it and they go, well, what's this fucking shit? What's this fucking girly crap? And then the word of mouth will be that, oh, did you see the Predator movie? Yeah, what was that? It's fucking shit. And there's the social media gaslighting that went on Twitter and all those kind of places. As soon as that movie cratered, like on the Wednesday of the first week, just suddenly started to crater. Silence everywhere. All those social media accounts that were pushing it, plugging, oh, it's amazing, it's great. Oh, it's the best Predator ever. It's the most successful Predator. It's going to be dead silent. You can't gaslight people into liking something.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can trick them, but once bitten, twice shy and all that. Fool me once, shame on you and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's extremely difficult to do that. I mean, I guess I could see if you can pull it off, you need that brand power like they once had, like a Star Wars, right, in order to do that. But yeah, the minute that people, I mean, I think that a lot of people just don't seem to understand, especially with how widespread information is now, how sophisticated that the audience is. I think some people, at least the higher ups and a lot of these big companies, believe their audience to be far more, they think they're dumb.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They really do think that they're dumb. So it's not about, hey, I have to put something in front of you that is appealing enough for you to adopt it. I think they come from a sense of like arrogance, where they think they can put whatever they personally want or think that you should like, and then you kind of follow suit. But that's just not how it works. Yeah, exactly. They'll gobble it up.
It's what brand. It's got brand on it. They'll fucking screw it up. No.
Exactly. And I think a lot of them are finding out very quickly that that's just not. That can't happen. It's not possible. But it is kind of crazy. I mean, you look at that even comparatively to some of the stuff that you see in the independent sector for a brand that they're throwing hundreds of millions of dollars, and that should inspire you if you're independent creators out there. For a brand that they're throwing hundreds of millions of dollars in, it becomes increasingly difficult for them to fund projects. You know what I mean? Like that are based on new material, new versions of the IP, I guess is what I'm saying. They have the layups, but the newer stuff is difficult to sell. And those numbers are comparative with, again, what some other guys are doing in the independent industries. You just don't have that capital that they have and the brand recognition that they have. But yeah, Haslab is great, man. Haslab is great for determining where your market is at. I think more of those companies should be working with Haslab on that, because it's like, okay, we know we can convince the retailers that might not know any better to buy this, buy 30,000 pieces of this fucking toy that nobody wants. But is there actually a market for this? And, you would think that you would take that information, and maybe it works in the opposite way. Maybe it's something that, you don't really know. Maybe you don't have enough, like your analysis isn't quite there yet. You haven't collected enough data. It's a great way to put that stuff out as a filler to see, okay, is this the sub brand, whether it be a character or a ship or something, is there some sort of market behind it? It's a great way to feel that stuff out. It's a great thing for people in the commentary space to see, okay, we know what people are saying. We can see the astroturf nature of it, of like, okay, well, they're forcing us to, the big media and all those guys are talking about this as the best thing since sliced bread. But what does the audience actually think? And I think that lightsaber said a lot. That lightsaber bit said quite a bit about where they were at. And yeah, it's just people weren't into it. Bottom line, people weren't into it.
Like, I'm not surprised that the Ahsoka ship got funded. It's designed like the OG type of toys.
Yeah.
And Ahsoka Tano at least had recognition before Disney.
Yeah, before the new stuff. Yeah.
There is history with that character. Correct. There. Cantina, like we said, that's OG stuff. What surprised me was the Rancor monster. That because the Black series was a decently popular series,
right?
So for that not to, I even backed that back in the day because it was sort of like one of those things that I wanted. So I was like a little bit disappointed back then that it didn't fund. Now I'm okay about it, but that was the weird one, and that because Hot Toys have stopped doing any pretty much any Star Wars other than the OG and the prequel.
That's what I'm wondering.
They will no longer do any sequel stuff because it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell. And so Hot Toys has stopped manufacturing that. And because they're based in Hong Kong anyway, Star Wars, they're up against it with Star Wars because Star Wars isn't really popular in the East. So it's a kind of no-brainer for them to cut that off, to cut the sequels off, because it just won't sell. Whereas they can put out variants of OG Han Solo, Luke, Leia, Clone Troopers, whatever. Those will sell because there is still a fan base for them and an audience for them. But yeah, it's just a very, very interesting thing. I was following that Haslab. I was following that Tron one and kind of shaking my head, just thinking this is such an odd choice. And because it to me from day one, it just felt like no bueno. From day one.
Yeah.
So anyway, there we go. Just thought, yeah, interesting little chat there.
Yeah. I mean, again, you hope that they would take that information and do something with it, but will they?
Yeah, I mean, I get. You don't want to always put up a G.I. Joe on Haslab constantly, then
I get that part of it for sure.
You can rotate.
Yeah, it's like you don't want
to a G.I. Joe to a Transformers.
Yeah, I get it.
They've underproduced on the Transformers side.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas, if you've done the Unicron, why don't you do a Primus?
Yeah,
stuff like that, because the Unicron sold. I am so annoyed with myself for not picking one up.
Yeah.
And now there was like 10 times the amount. So even if I wanted to get one to display, it'd be like, yeah, can we have 10 times the amount? Well, about 7 times the amount. Fuck off. But speaking about a company that's doing great, they're doing great.
Okay.
Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, they're doing fantastic.
Oh, well, they are. I'm being told so here. By TechSpot, Tencent isn't buying Ubisoft. Ubisoft isn't collapsing. And Assassin's Creed is doing all the heavy lifting. Well, did you just get learned, Eric?
I guess so. That kind of goes against what I was reading initially. So, okay.
Yeah, Daniel Simmons had to put down his soy latte to type that.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we go into why they're doing so great? In brief. Okay. After several years marked by game cancellations, layoffs, and underperforming releases, a brief earnings report delay, and a temporary trading halt, led analysts to fear the worst for Ubisoft. The cause of the delay turned out to be minor, and the company ultimately posted positive results for the past 2 quarters. Really, this surprises me.
Yeah.
Still, whether Ubisoft can resolve its deeper, long-standing issues remains an open question. Okay, let's see then where that brief comes from, shall we? Contrary to prior speculation, Tencent is neither fully acquiring Ubisoft nor exiting the company's existing $1.25 billion agreement. No, because they have created Vantage Studios with Ubisoft, essentially with Yves Guillemot. They've created Vantage Studios and have taken the biggest IPs away from Ubisoft, which are the Assassin's Creed IP, the Far Cry IP, and the Rainbow Six IP. Meanwhile, the rest of Ubisoft has got to deal with all the other stuff. During an earnings call following the delayed release of the H1 2025-2026 report, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot, the bullshit merchant himself, explained that the postponement occurred because the company's new auditors changed its fiscal accounting methods. That's why they asked for a temporary halt on trading. Ubisoft also reported solid commercial growth for the 6 months ending in September. Net bookings, its primary sales metric, reached 772 million euros, a 20% increase compared to the same period last year. Digital revenue grew 30% year over year to 686 million. I'd like to know what the overhead is and the in-house is and the development. Anyway, but it's okay. Player reoccurring investment rose 53% to 475 million, and back catalog sales climbed 50% to 741 million. That's because I believe that Assassin's Creed Mirage is pretty much carrying the Assassin's Creed brand at the minute, from what I can gather. The company attributed much of its success to Assassin's Creed Shadows. No, it didn't. Well, it did, but it's a lie. Because the information that they gave, well, it's not a lie. It's a distortion. As you can gather, it's a distortion. It's the Assassin's Creed brand that's doing well. It's the Assassin's Creed brand that's selling. Like I said, Mirage, there seems to be a heavy uptick in sales of Mirage for some reason. Why? Don't know.
Who knows?
But because it's all of Assassin's Creed, they've attributed Shadows to that, which is utter nonsense. Have they released the sales figures for Shadows? No. You don't have a success.
We haven't got damn nothing about that game, by the way. Like, we haven't got anything about like that game. I just watched Cyberpunk even talk about how much they've sold on the game. Like, we haven't heard anything about Shadows. Nothing outside of players.
Well,
how many players?
For all the woes that Cyberpunk 2077 had, it sold like 13 million units in its first month or something.
Yeah.
It was insane. Now, how many of those got refunded back? Don't know. Probably quite a few. But it would still left a massive chunk of millions of sales.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if 2 million, 3 million, 4 million were refunded for Cyberpunk, that was still left them with 9 million sales in the first month minimum.
Right.
Assassin's Creed Shadows will not release won't release sales numbers, and we all know why.
Yeah,
because it hasn't sold anywhere close to where they wanted it to sell. The game's commercial performance was crucial for Ubisoft following the underperformance of Star Wars Outlaws last year. the company delayed Shadows and abandoned its policy of withholding releases from Steam to improve the chances of a successful launch, which it didn't have. While Ubisoft no longer reports exact sales figures, but why? And why? This has only just occurred with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I mean, we don't have any idea. That's the problem. I mean, that's we're left in the dark. We're left to speculate.
We know 5 million players.
Yeah, but that's not helpful at all, really. Not with sales. It's not helpful.
How many of those 5 million players are sales? How many of those 5 million players are the reduced cost that you got if you went directly through Ubisoft platform? How many of those 5 million players are Xbox Pass? So how many are full price sales? How many are $69.99 sales? Asking for a friend. Friend's Eric.
Right. We don't know.
It stated that Shadows overperformed. It overperformed so hard that we won't release the sales numbers. With 200, look how they with 211 million session days, 35% above the franchise's average over the last 2 years. When was the last time there was Assassin's Creed game, for fuck's sake? Before Shadows. This is fucking, it's just corp bollocks. I reckon, I do not believe that when you're floating your company, you should withhold the sales numbers from your stockholders. Stockholders need to know the sales number.
Well, absolutely.
Earlier this year, overperformed my fucking anus. Earlier this year, the company confirmed that the game had reached 5 million players.
External reports estimate, man, like this guy is so disingenuous, man. Like,
the external reports estimated it had the second fastest launch in the franchise's 18-year history. We wouldn't know because they didn't tell us. They didn't tell us the
what
numbers.
Are you basing that off of? Players?
Bullshit.
Out of your ass? Is that where it's being pulled from?
Sources. Tomato.
Ketchup,
mustard.
Reasons.
Burger. Sources, mate. Fucking sources. The only entry with a stronger debut, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, benefited from a holiday season launch amid the pandemic. But we don't have any data to actually support this because we're saying estimated.
Yeah, it's saying external forces may. All right, maybe it was somewhat educated if I gave him credit, but I don't know what that means.
How honestly though, how can you have an educated guess with the Xbox Pass?
Look, there's no way that you can come up with accurate information, having not known. So, yeah, that's a big major thing. I mean, look, let's cut the bullshit. That's why they're saying players.
Yes,
it allowed them to mention the biggest amount of people, without saying sales. That language is purposeful. That language is being put out there because they want the illusion, as they should with any release, that they are seeing some level of success. I get that. I totally understand that from the marketing perspective, but anybody with, not even half, a quarter of a brain, maybe that's all you need. You can fire off those brain cells and you can understand why they are using that specific rhetoric. Okay. And they're using that rhetoric, because the sales aren't where they need to be. If they were where they needed to be, or where they wanted them to be, or where they thought that it was, defying expectations or overperformed, as this person so eloquently quoted, if that were to be the case, that's what they would have said. They would have said it had this many sales. Once they start using players and terms like that, they're sitting there telling you that, because even then, right, backtracking just a tad, what they consider as a player is still up for dispute, as far as what does that mean? Is that just someone that just fired the bitch up? Is that someone that just downloaded and saw the opening cutscene and never put the bitch down? Like, what exactly does that mean? I don't know. Because let's say it's free on Game Pass, and they were like, "What the fuck is this?" All right, I'll check it out, and maybe they never.
Not on Game Pass. I'm just checking. It's not on Game Pass.
It's on, but don't they have their own fucking?
It went up on Origin.
Yeah, they have their own fucking.
It went up on Origin, and it was heavily discounted. You could get it for like $20.
Yeah,
if you were a Origin subscriber,
right.
essentially their Game Pass type of thing.
Yeah, it's a version of that, right?
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
But it's not on Game Pass, just to confirm.
Yeah, it's their version of people paying monthly or paying however much, and they could download it again.
EA's
what this
Origin, isn't it? Not EA. Yeah, it's the Ubisoft Pass, not EA's Origin.
It's their version of Game Pass. It's essentially it's their version of Game Pass is what it is. So, but the point I'm making is I need people to understand how unprecedented that is for a game that overperformed. What other games do you know that overperform, like Expedition 33, right? Which came out by Frenchmen, by former Ubisoft workers.
Yeah.
And I believe it came out. Do you remember when? Was that after Shadows?
I'm gonna see the release date on it.
I'm not sure.
The release date was April 24th. So after, because Shadows was March, wasn't it?
Okay. So after, and we got sales numbers almost immediately. Okay. Why? Because it was actually overperforming by their own standards.
March 20th for Assassin's Creed.
All right. So it came out after the fact, and we got sales numbers before that they did. The only way that we're going to see these Ubisoft sales numbers for Shadows is it's going to be buried in some earnings report from like the fucking UK or some random fucking country that requires them to, be a little more transparent about what they're spending money on. We'll know eventually. It'll just be it'll take a little bit. Probably won't be till next year. Will we actually know how much Ubisoft made on this game and versus how much they spent, as well as how many units that they pushed. What we do know is that the claim that it's overperformed is insane. Like, that sentence right there makes no sense. While Ubisoft no longer reports the sales figures, which tells you everything. It tells you everything. Yeah. It stated that Shadows overperformed. They will report it if it overperformed. If this bitch sold 10 million in the first day.
On what metric?
That's a good point.
Because they are not, that is such a disingenuous thing to say anyway, because are you talking overperformed in sales? Are you talking overperformed in crashes? Are you talking overperformed in time spent? You don't know the metric.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
On.
That's a good point. What that metric actually means is that it could be a very clever way for them to say something, say that it overperformed, but they might not even be using the amount of people that are playing the game. So yeah, look, it comes out on Nintendo Switch. I don't know if there's some massive demand for Assassin's Creed on the Switch, which will give them some sales. But yeah, I mean, to say that it overperformed, I don't know how he's coming up with that information.
Well, Expedition 33 has sold over 5 million units. And that was at the middle of October. So it's going to be higher now, and it's probably going to have a nice little Christmas bump. So Assassin's Creed announced 5 million players. Expedition 33 have announced 5 million sales. So, take that how you want to take that. But there we go. Meanwhile, sources informed Insider Gaming that a long rumored but still unannounced remake of Assassin's Creed's 2013 Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, one of the series' most popular titles, is expected in the coming weeks. Ubisoft's earnings presentation lists several games scheduled to launch before March 31st, including one redacted title that Insider Gaming understands to be Black Flag. Great. GG. Well, that's going to benefit Vantage Studios and Tencent.
Yep. Chinese, man, they got you. I mean, that's I don't know what that deal was, the exact number, how many billions or whatever that deal as far as that Tencent is injecting into this. I have no idea.
Into Vantage Studios,
Yeah.
around 24%. So Tencent will own about 24% of Vantage Studios with a 1.12 billion, I believe it is, dollar investment or euro investment, whichever number that is. But anyway, Eric, I mean, that's great news, yeah? That's great news about Ubisoft.
Yeah, that means that they're doing well.
Stock prices, the stock price is falling into the ground. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, man. They got to turn it around. I'm sure that they're saying that internally. Well, they admit that publicly as whatever, but I'm sure they're those conversations are being had internally 1000%.
It's just down. It is just fractionally below its lowest in when it's just fractionally it's teetering on the lowest it's been in donkey's years.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the 5-year. If I look at the max, it's teetering on the edge of being the lowest it's been since 2011. It's nearly at a 15-year low. That's great. Saved. That's why on the first week of Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out, they sold off a bunch of stuff to Tencent.
Well, yeah, because they knew the trajectory, man. Like that told them all that they need to know, man. They knew the trajectory and they were like, oh shit. Oh shit, Mayday situation.
Took the biggest IP the company had away, started a whole new studio. They're great.
No, they're in trouble. A lot of these studios are, to be fair. A lot of them are. Gaming's interesting, man. AAA gaming is it's gonna be telling these next couple of years, man. I mean, it's a lot of stuff is working against every creative industry. I brought this up yesterday. Right now, between we talked about a little bit last show. We talked about with Hollywood and AI and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's these gaming companies, man. The ones that are, I don't know how much they're genuine, like they're actually worth, but I just know how much they're spending. But they're spending by the millions, sometime into the billions. There's a lot of shaking and moving right now. We've seen what's going on with Saudi Arabia, them trying to buy it's a lot of moving, shaking and shifting of hands, and it's because of the economic uncertainty surrounding that part of the industry, the AAA studios. Like I said, there are some that are sitting a lot prettier than others. Your Take-Two's, you're trying to think of other AAA studios that are.
Oh no! Please try.
Hold on, give me time.
I'm listening. I'm interested to see what name you might come up with.
We got to take
anytime now. Anytime now.
Shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, Take-Two, outside of them, everybody right now is looking for buyers. Again, we know what's going on with EA. A lot of shaking and moving happening elsewhere as well. So I don't know what's next for someone said BioWare in the chat. EA, well, EA just got bought though. Like you see what I'm saying? Like
EA's just got bought by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so I mean, sure, not every buy is signifying a struggle. I'll give you that much. But still, man, I don't know, man.
If EA didn't have its sports, it'd be fucked.
Oh yeah, mainly FIFA. FIFA is the money generator, the yearly money generator for EA. But yeah, some of those other ones aren't. They're not doing too well, too high. So yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what's going to happen with these damn industries, man. With these mega corporate industries, man. I would love, though. I know this wasn't a planned topic. I'd love to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Because I just shared this today because someone posted that they wanted Steam, and I don't know if this guy was a developer or what, but it created some conversation on the X side because, interesting enough, I guess he does some level of design. He said that Steam and all digital marketplaces need to drop the "Made with AI" label. I said I disagreed with that. This is my thing. Well, this is what they should do. My argument was this, and that I disagree with the sentiment. I do believe that any marketplace should be very precise in what they consider to be made with AI, because surely people can recognize that there's a difference in, hey, you used AI for research purposes because you were telling some historical story or something, versus using AI to completely generate assets, right? Those are two completely different uses that fundamentally change that. But the people that were really bullish on AI, I think that they may have jumped the gun just a little bit, because you know why they don't want that there. Because if you think about it from the consumer standpoint, if a consumer is informed and they know that you I think what the bullish people thought that they were going to be able to get away with, and this may include big companies, I think what they thought they were going to get away with is using AI to generate assets and thus lower the cost significantly of what they're spending to make a thing, but charging the same amount that they were as if they were not. And
yes, yeah,
that is where I think they're a little too bullish on this, because informed consumers, if they know that what you put out costs half of what it did, let's say, comparatively to something that was entirely human or largely human generated or produced, they're not going to be spending full price on that. Why would they? Like, what you could charge me whatever you want. That don't mean I got to pay for it, right? Especially in more uncertain economic times. So yeah, I think that things are going to get very interesting with the usage that is, and that's why this gentleman was saying that the label should go away, because I think that I disagree. I think it should be more labels. Informed consent is a thing, and I think that people should be more. I think let's say this: customers having a little more transparency isn't a negative thing at all. I don't find that to be negative.
No, I kind of hold maybe some middle ground on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for environmentals, you can use generating AI to create environments. All right. Now, there's a lot of developers that say, yeah, look, this is a tool which is really good for time benefit, for time's sake. We can use a generative AI tool to do this or do that. I think there should be labels on what has received AI.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Is the story AI? Has the story been generated or partially generated with AI? Has the voice work been done fully with AI, or real voice actors? Same with the creation of the environments, things like that. Because for argument's sake, let's take Arc Raiders. It uses AI on the bots, on the creatures in the game, the robots. So they're not on predicted paths, right? They sort of have because they have a set route, but they have inbuilt AI that if they sense something is sensed, they will go try and find it, figure it out, and get to it. So you could say that's a very clever use of AI, because it's actually giving the NPCs in the game certainly more
life
autonomy to be to be
it's enhancing that enhances the gameplay experience. I'd make that argument.
And then Eurogamer docked however many points, they probably 4 odd points off because they used AI in the voice acting. Now there's barely any voice acting in the game. Okay, it's a very minimal thing. It's not an RPG. It's not story driven and driven in that way. And to have 4 points taken off for that is a joke, considering that Call of Duty also had the same thing and they didn't dock it. So but that's just mainstream media realizing when people are enjoying a game and therefore they will need to poo-poo it versus when people criticize it. So I think there should be categories of where the AI has been utilized.
I agree. Like I said, I'm with you on that. And my position is, like I said, I think that having some level of transparency is not necessarily a negative thing, like at all. I think that to completely, and what the homie was advocating there was that it could be completely removed. I just don't agree with that. I just think that people need to know what they're fucking spending money on, and like, it becomes, because at that point it's like, look, I'm a capitalist at the end of the day, so make your money, make your money, do what you got to do to try to make this a profitable venture. But there's a difference between that and swindling people, and I think that because we have a comparison's sake, if someone is trying to get over on people by saying that, okay, I just threw this in a prompt, or I generated this, or threw a prompt in there and I generated this particular, like a large significant portion or significant aspects of this game, and yet I want to charge you as if I spent tens of thousands of dollars. That's, to me, that's that's swindling, right? It becomes swindling at that point. And like I said, the market, part of that, I think people being informed, I think, is important.
But that is the video game industry working as fucking intended.
Yeah,
like what we just went through an article about Ubisoft, and what Ubisoft, probably one of the most uninventive companies that has ever fucking existed in the last certainly 12, 13, 15 years, right? No creativity whatsoever. We had the people leave, create Expedition 33 because they felt creatively stifled. Most likely going to be Game of the Year, over 5 million copies, AA company, whatever you want to call it, right? We just went through a thing. They're remaking Black Flag from 10 years ago. That's where Ubisoft is right now. There's no fucking creativity there whatsoever. None.
Yeah.
So the AAA, that is the nature of the AAA industry now. They used to be the drivers of innovation, and now they're the drivers of monetization. It's very different. Now we're getting AA companies that have kind of come through and bring in the invention, the initiative,
the innovation,
the next day, the innovation, because the AAA industry ain't gonna fucking cut it. They ain't gonna do it. They're nickel and diming it every way. And so if they can nickel and dime you here by using AI, they'll fucking do it all day, every day.
I think that that's what they think they're going to get away with. And this is why I think that those, look, it's not like you for sure don't want the government to get involved, which is why I think there's nothing harmful about the actual platforms and the marketplaces, like a Steam, for example, having a tag there that says that. Again, they need to be precise about what that means, for sure. 1000%. I think what does that mean? It can't just be as vague as that. Definitely with how prominent AI has become. But I think, having people be able to, go into that marketplace and know, okay, this is what we're working with the devs. That's going to significantly impact how much people are willing to pay for something.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly. They see that and they're like, oh shit, you didn't spend jack shit on it. You just threw it in whatever. Okay, cool. I maybe I am willing to pay for it, but it ain't no $60. It ain't no $70, $80. Absolutely not.
Well, I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Back when let's go back 12 years, approximately 12 years, right? When we're playing like an RPG, for example, even on a MMO RPG as well, One thing that I would say would be absolutely open for criticism would be the reuse, the copy and pasting of environments like caves and exploration areas. So I distinctly remember that when Skyrim came out, they said all of the dungeons are bespoke, they're unique. So it doesn't matter which cave you find, what dungeon you go into, every single solitary one will be different. Whereas previously, you know, copy paste, and in a lot of other RPGs, copy paste. You go into an environment, it's the same as before. You know, it might have different mobs or chests in different areas, but the layout is the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing here with AI and how you're using that AI. Because is that AI going to allow you to have more creativity and be able to generate bespoke areas for exploration, adventure, or are we going to have the reuse? Is it gonna save that much time than having a developer design every single specific dungeon? It's a complicated argument. It's not black and white, and because it's not black and white, I think it does have to have a lot of transparency.
I agree. No, I'm right. I'm with you right there. That and then again, it's informed, and the customer, the buyer, whoever that may be, is then able to make the decision on whether or not that is something they want to fork over cash for, or how much amount of cash that they want to fork over. You know, because there are, now I've talked about this before, and that I think there's for sure tasteful ways to use this technology, though the economics surrounding, I just did a video talking about this, and I have a rather viral tweet about this right now, active on my mentions are being blown up because I talked about this bubble. Because it's like nobody's talking about the economics of this shit and how none of this makes sense. And you know, you have like a handful of guys, Nvidia and OpenAI, and you know, it's like almost like a Ponzi where they're like running money through each other, and that's what they're using to determine how profitable they are, because the money that they're getting or being lended to them to for all of these ventures, it's all speculation. OpenAI, which is arguably the biggest, at least like right now, as far as one of the more prominent AI, you know, AI companies, right? They've only made $13 billion. They're committed to spending 1.4 trillion. Where's the fucking money coming from?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So yeah, it's an economic problem that is an elephant in the room that is going to absolutely have. I'm getting bigtime.com bubble vibes with this whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm getting those vibes, and that we all accept that internet changed everything, right? But most of those companies and most of those ventures did not make it through, and I think you're going to get a lot of that right now when you got like two-thirds of venture capital investments going to AI. Y'all know most of those companies aren't going to make it. What really is going to piss people off, though, is if the government bails their ass, either bails them out or bails the banks out, which I can see. The banks are the one lending the money. So if we're talking 2008 levels, you know, that's what's going to end up happening. Taxpayers are going to be left with the cash, or left paying for these failed investments, because they had all these ambitious ideas, but nobody knows how the fuck to make this profitable. That scares me to death, if I'm being completely honest, because you know, you're gonna wreck, because that's the argument that they're making already, as is that, well, because of so much of the I don't know how much of it is happening in the UK, but especially in the US, a significant amount of the investment is going, and this is why I get .com as well as even the housing bubble vibes, is that, well, the argument that they make for why this has to continue to exist is that, well, if it failed, you're going to wreck the economy, because look at how much investment is going.
They're going to wreck the economy if it.
That's my argument, is that let them fail, because they're gonna fuck it up either way. So it's like, why should they get a bailout? Well, they shouldn't. I mean, that's that rhetorically. I'm asking that rhetorically. They should not get a they should not get a bailout at all. But they're gonna ask for one once the shit hits the fan. But yeah, either way, it's a lot of uncertainty surrounding that. I brought that up because, you know, we're talking about AI and the usage of it in various you know, in games and other things. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty that I think because we're in such the early stages of all this shit as far as this usage. But yeah, making this a profitable venture is still up for question, and I don't think everything is for certain as what some people like to believe. I don't think it's as black and white as that. I think there's going to be a whole lot of because yeah, I mean, someone brought up in the chat, Toaster there. He said, but China, well, that's the argument that they're making. We can't let China win the AI race, so we got to throw all these trillions of dollars at this venture.
China owns half your fucking country.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
owns half of fucking North America right now.
Yeah, lots of farmland.
The American company that's doing the race is probably owned by a Chinese fucking company, and they're taking the fucking data that they're getting to enhance their own.
Yeah. Good point.
God's sake.
Good point. But yeah, that's the argument that they make, and they're gonna make as to why the investments must continue. Is that, well, we don't want China to be the ones to win the AI race, and therefore we have to steal trillions from Americans to pay for them. And if they fail, oh well. You will be forced to bail them out. So that's what freaks me out about it. Because yeah, I was doing a lot of research on this. I'm like, well, there's a lot of economic uncertainty around AI. We know what it's capable of doing, but when you start looking at like the data centers, the chips, how that stuff is funded, how it's supplied, how much energy they're going to need to run these data centers, and how even right now that still is up for questions. Like not like any of these guys are going nuclear at all.
RAM's going up 500%.
Yeah,
just over a week.
Again, it's a supply issue. It's a lot of economic uncertainty surrounding AI right now, whether they want to talk about it or not. But it's a lot. It's a lot of. Jordan in the chat talked about China and India is controlling our Discord. Well, yeah, in multiple ways. Even I was looking at someone. I saw someone brought this up. You see how many of these damn CEOs of these Western companies are Indian? It's a fucking lot of them, bro.
YouTube, Google,
it's a fucking lot of them, bro. I'm like, damn, it's a good point. So yeah, Chinese and India, like between both of them, we're supposed to win this race, but we're so reliant on them and relying upon them, so it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, man, lots of economic uncertainty surrounding.
I just want to alleviate somebody in chat's concern that said, "Oh my God, they're teaching AI to hunters in video games." But don't worry. If we're playing video games where AI is hunting us down, the military had this years ago. Okay,
sure.
The military they're already creating the weapons for it. Really.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah, that's already. There's nothing you can do.
It'll be too late by then anyway. Once that
we are literally guns of the Patriots here. Metal Gear 4,
Metal Gear, yeah.
We are fucking full Metal Gear 4. Hideo Kojima once again saw the future.
Yeah.
Through taking other people's well, anyway. Right, let's go on to our next little bit. One of my personal favorite guys. I may or may not be blocked by him on social media. Simu Liu, aka Chang-Chi. Look at that. Fuck it. That is a face you could just slap in it. Look at that miserable twat. By the way, Canadian. He's not. You're Canadian, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. Simu Liu calls out Hollywood for lack of representation.
It is 2025. It is the current year.
I know.
And we still are going on about fucking representation, bros.
I know. Careful, Eric. You are black and he is Asian.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, I guess stop Asian hate.
Don't want to cause anything. Okay.
Stop Asian hate.
Oh my God. If we were in San Francisco now, it would all be.
Stop Asian hate. I get it.
Stop the Asian. Well, yeah. Do you know
hashtag?
You realize where the bulk of the Asian have.
Yeah, it went away real quick.
Went away real fucking quick that minute. Quote: "We're fighting a deeply prejudiced system." I don't hate anyone really. But my God, this guy's impossible to like. He's just impossible to fucking like. He's such a low IQ himbo fucking dipshit. By the way, what I would like to say is, Simu, please continue to say more of this. I'm sure it will really benefit your career. Jesus Christ, we're not. It's not as if we're talking about a Morgan Freeman here. It's Simu fucking Liu. Simu Liu is calling out the Hollywood industry for the lack of visibility of Asian actors in cinema. Seems to be quite a lot if you go over to Korea or Japan or China. But anyway.
I don't know. It's the most popular entertainment medium right now. It's fucking manga and anime. I don't know. That shit has a lot of Asian influence. I don't know, man. From what I see.
TV show. Fucking Asians everywhere. I'm like, how many fucking Asians are in fucking, medieval bloody Poland? Seems an awful lot of them.
Yeah, man. Anyway. They do these damn shows like that, these Korean shows with basically exclusively it's like one token white guy, but like everybody's Asian. I don't. All right, guys. I guess I'm just saying shit. Squid Games isn't a thing.
Squid Game this season had less diversity than it did last season, because last season it had one Indian guy.
Yeah. Which technically is Asian,
or
but
Pakistani guy.
Yeah.
Which was technically Asian.
Yeah, technically it's technically Asian. If we're being technical, it is Asia.
Not East Asian. Okay, let's say not East Asian. But this season, every competitor was South Korean.
Yep. There you go.
And I think and even in the VIPs, there was like an Asian lady in the VIP for season 2, which took away a white man's role,
Yeah.
So anyway, but you never hear the complaint about lack of diversity for Korean stuff or for Japanese stuff or Chinese stuff. Do you ever hear that? Do you ever hear the outrage mob? Is Simu Liu calling for more diversity in Asian cinema? I don't think so. In a social media post, the star of Marvel's, you weren't even a star. He didn't even, in all fairness to him, he didn't even have any agency in his own film. You weren't even the fucking star of your own film. You got dragged around by Awkwafina and Chang-Chi's sister. Can't even remember what her fucking name was. You didn't even kill the creature. That was fucking Awkwafina. She flicked one of her cigarettes. Flicked it. She and it fucking took down the dragon because she learned how to do that in a couple of hours. The star of Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Bangles shared his thoughts on the lack of representation of his community. What, Canadians?
What type of Asian? Is he Chinese? Of Chinese descent? What is he?
Hold on, let me just quickly check. He is annoying as fuck. That's what I got. Annoying as fuck. Yeah, just got that confirmed. Who gives a fuck? He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Some people, put some Asians in literally anything right now. The amount of backslide in our representation on screen is fucking appalling. Lou shared on Threads.
Of course he shared it on Threads.
Studios think we're risky. What the fuck is this numpty talking about?
What is he talking? I don't know. Again,
putting Asians and stuff is risky. Are you
sure he'll explain the details? I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Liu shared his view on the industry after reading a post calling for more Asian men to be cast in romantic lead roles. The actor, fuck, gay as fuck. The actor pointed to titles like Minari, Farewell, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Crazy Rich Asians, and his own Marvel movie as examples of films that did well at the box office.
All right. So what is he complaining about? Isn't that like
funny?
What's the point of the post if those titles exist?
Well, he's going to be saying, look, we're successful. Pull us in more stuff. We'll make it successful.
So it's not enough, apparently, is what he's saying.
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
Yeah, I don't know what the box office
Shang-Chi didn't do well at the box office.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I don't know.
Because the budget came out and you lost money. So, yeah. The myth of it doing well is just a myth. Every single one of financial success. No, it wasn't, because Shang-Chi didn't make money. It lost money, so it wasn't a success. Liu added, no Asian actor has ever lost a studio even close to $100 million. But a white dude, here we go, racism, will lose $200 million twice and roll right into the next tentpole lead. We're fighting a deeply prejudiced system, and most days it sucks. Right. Hold on. Let me just see what the real budget was. So they reckon the production budget for Shang-Chi was $150 million, and that's before marketing. So even if we added another half, so $75 million to that would be $225 million. So double it, even though, again, that's being generous because international marketplaces do less. That's $450 million.
You didn't make anything fucking close to what you needed to do to be a profitable.
400 and something. Shang-Chi box office was 432 million.
Yeah. Yeah, the box office, international box, there's no way you made any money on that. So I don't now how many millions of dollars that you lost. I'd have to do the math on that. But
it wouldn't not a huge amount, but it lost.
Yeah.
It didn't make money.
Yeah, it wasn't a profitable
no.
Every single one of it wasn't. He says it's a financial success. No, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't.
Respectfully, sir, no.
Mathematically speaking, no, it was impossible.
Yeah.
There's no, it didn't happen. It wasn't a financial success.
But he's going down the fucking white dude route again. What's the color of your skin?
It's pretty fair to me.
What's the color of that? Dude, guy's fucking looks pastier than fucking me.
Pretty fair, pretty pale.
And I'm on the verge of being opaque.
Let's say this. He's closer to your color than mine.
He's a lot closer to my color than yours. He's a lot closer. A lot closer. This is not the first time Lou has called out the lack of representation of Asian actors in Hollywood. In 2023, he replied to an article that noted he was getting, quote, the bulk of Asian make roles. I think that's meant to be male. Asian male roles.
Yeah, probably.
But they didn't. It's only Deadline. Why would you check?
We're the only ones reading this shit, man.
Yeah. Only YouTubers are reading this shit. Lou replied to the Facebook post saying, way to attempt to put us against one another. What bulk of roles are you referring to? Are there movies I'm in that I'm not aware of? Is he saying that he's a failure? Is he admitting to being a out of work?
Well, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
He's using the Asian bit as a shield. But ultimately, that's what this is about. That line right there is what this is all about.
Uh-huh.
Are there movies that I'm in that I'm not aware of? That's what this is about. That right there. All this other shit that we just read, meaningless. That's just
I want work.
Yeah, that's
how can I do it? Let's play the race card.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
That's what this entire article, or rather that post, threads or whatever, that post is specifically about that line right there and nothing else. Everything else,
absolutely,
is just smoke and mirrors.
Absolutely. Do you really think that there is a quota of Asian male roles that is a zero-sum game? Every time I have taken everything everything I've taken post Shang-Chi was not written Asian.
So what is he saying? Like he wants, so he wants to be like a forceful, like, didn't he also have a comment about not playing into the stereotypes and all that? I could have sworn it was Simu Liu that had a comment that was essentially saying that it might have not been him. Maybe it was another Asian actor or actress that was essentially saying that was frustrated that the only gigs that they were basically getting were like these uber like Asian roles.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was
he was just taking a role. It wasn't specifically written for an Asian.
Yeah.
It was open to whomever. So what was that? Would that be a Ken in the Barbie movie? And then I don't recall seeing you in anything else. You were a Ken. Okay. We've been able to reshape stories to get more representation on screen. Get your facts straight.
Whatever.
Is that it? That's it.
So I mean, look, if
it's crying again,
I get it, man. That's look, I expect that from Hollywood for that reason. It's worked for him. I don't know if it's going to work moving forward with lots of economic uncertainty, but it was pulling that card was an effective use of trying to get work. You can almost coerce, extort studios into bringing you on or paying you to do something by playing those cards. So while it does feel a little outdated because it sometimes feels like we're over that, I can see where we're not. I can see that we're not. I can see that these guys are still going to pull that card because they absolutely have to, because they have nothing else. They don't have anything else. They have to pull that card. So it's he's looking for work. He'd rather have more of it, and I guess the way to do that is try to guilt trip people into doing so, and saying that, hey, you want Asian actors or something like that. Meanwhile, Rush Hour 4 apparently is about to get worked on again, but we're lacking representation of Asian people. And again, I'm just saying, with looking at what the popular media, entertainment media is and where they're coming from, I'm playing a game right now as a black character in a Chinese dynasty. For you guys that have been watching my streams, there's no shortage of Asian representation in media. I see it everywhere. I see it from Japan, obviously, all the Asian influence there, and maybe some of those characters that they're creating aren't explicitly stated to be Asian. Many of them are. There's no shortage of the Korean material, the manhwas. There's no shortage of the Chinese and what they're doing. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, I'm going to show you his IMDb. Okay. So here we see where did it go? There we go. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 dangly things on the wrists. 2021. So since then, one episode of voice work. It wasn't in pitch meeting. Simpsons, one episode, voice work. Simulant, 2023, 5.3. One True Loves, 2023, 5.5. The other two are TV series as himself, one episode. He played a Ken in Barbie, said about 2 lines. Storybots, Answer Time, 1 episode. Simu Don't, music video. Oh, it's a music video, so he made some. Okay. Arthur the King, Leo, 2024 now. Atlas. Oh my God, was he an Atlas? I've retained nothing about that film whatsoever. Nothing other than it did have who's she called? Mrs. Affleck. Who J-Lo? It did have J-Lo in it, and it was fucking hot garbage. So Atlas, apparently. Stormgate voice. Jackpot 5.8. His movies don't seem to be doing particularly well. What If is Chang-Chi, 2 episodes. Invincible, voice work, again, 3 episodes. Last Breath, Dave. Gremlins, Secret of the Mogwai, crew member number 1, voice. 9 episodes. Marvel Zombies, 3 episodes. Star Wars Visions, 2 episodes. In Your Dreams, voice work again. He's got a bit of voice work. It's not what I'd call, like a stellar resume there. I think the guy's hurting for
he didn't get the bump that I think a lot of people expect themselves to get.
Maybe don't bring in characters which nobody's going to give a fuck about. And
he also didn't help himself out at all with some of the things that he had said. So Hail Mary. That's all it is. Hail Mary. That's all a lot of these guys got. It was effective there for a while. They can really get gate tree, but money's tighter these days, man. They can't really be trying to gaslight people into supporting their causes and claiming my racism. I don't think that's going to be as effective.
He's a little bitch and he's a whiner, and I hope he gets killed in Doomsday. I'm only kidding. I honest to God don't care, because I don't give 2 shits about Doomsday and the absolute clusterfuck that no doubt will be.
Right.
Right. Let's get into a little bit of super duper. A little bit of the
supers.
We got a stoof to do. Thundarius with a $10 says, shot a vid for my shop and a buddy's indie horror film, Tapehead. 18 pieces of Rippaverse comics / merch in the background.
Let's go.
It's less than 2 minutes. Will you put it up? It's on Cyberskull Media on YouTube. Let's have a look. Cyberskull Media. What's it called? Tapeheads. Tapehead. Here we go. I can't play it because the YouTube system. Let's have a look. Let's see. Is this him? This is you here, isn't it, Thundarius? That's Thundarius there, I think. Let's have a look behind him. I'm looking. I see some Zaylen's. There's a Zaylen calendar. Zaylen on the calendar there. Oh, I'm not even sharing
it. Yeah. He says he posted it Monday. I was gonna pull it up myself.
Hold on. Let me pull that to bring this up. Oh, sorry, chat. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Here, look. Okay, so. I picked that up as well. I got that just there, by the way. The Hellbat bat suit there. So we got, look at that, dude. We got the Isums, Alpha Core.
I love
it. War of Separation. There, Great War of Separation. Yaira's down there.
Yeah, Blood right there. Let's go.
There we go. And I think there was a Zaylen calendar. You see Zaylen calendar there as well.
A little bit of the Zaylen calendar. Let's
Popping
go.
in. Oh, poor guy's getting zombied.
Tough.
Yeah, tough racket there. Nice.
Shout out Thundarius, man. Shout out. Hell yeah.
There you go. Sick. Go check it out.
Cyberskull Media.
Yeah. Cyberskull Media. Go give it a view.
Let's go.
Which led me to believe that Yes, one of the ones didn't turn up. Mechanism Studios with a $10 says, "Hey Ripper," I think I know what the answer to this is going to be, but
Yeah.
"Hey Ripper, I put my song name for Ripperfest on one of the asset images. I don't know if I can use that for promotion or as an album cover after the contest. Just not sure what I can or cannot do with the images."
Oh, that's a good point. Well, yeah. Ooh. So you can obviously promote your work, but yeah, if you're like repurposing, well, it just depends. Like, are you trying to monetize it? I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to do there.
Well, those images, those assets belong to the Rippaverse.
Yeah, obviously those are
allowed to use them as album covers or stuff like that, because that is brand infringement, copyright.
Right. Yeah. You can obviously use it for the content that you're creating for the contest. The only thing that would be, you're gonna run into an issue. And a lot of that has to do with some of the visual and the audio more so the visual watermark. If you are using like a Rippaverse asset, is gonna flag it or something of that nature. So yeah, I would say just maybe come up with something a little more original as far as like try to transform it. But yeah, we did give you guys those assets so you could use them for inspiration, use them for your videos and stuff like that. But yeah, if you are trying to sell that physical, like if you were trying to sell that physical thing, and that alone, you might run into some problems. So yeah, just like I say, just be careful with that stuff. Maybe come up with some original images or something like that if you're looking to but yeah, as far as like just general promotion, like you're not selling it, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Those assets are for y'all to use.
Predator Badlands didn't have a good Tuesday. Right, we got Stop the Madness has been a member for 9 months. Stop the Madness, thank you. Infinity Nerd 93 with a membership for 7 says, what are your thoughts on the Lego Star Trek Enterprise? The Haslab stuff has made me sad because I wanted that Rancor. Yeah, I did actually back that Rancor campaign. I thought it was going to go over the 10,000, but I think it petered out around 8,300-ish. From what I can remember, it's a few years ago. But I was surprised. I was very surprised. I will be picking up the Lego Enterprise, which I think releases in 2 days. And I think as an additional item when you purchase it, at least from the Lego store, you get one of the shuttles as like a another boxed item. So that would be nice. That would be nice. Naughty Knight 998 with the 3 Australians says, did Alpha Core 2 meet your expectations?
Oh, absolutely, man. It was over $150,000 just 45 days on a 56-page book. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. We feel good about that. Look, 6-figure collections are just, I mean, I know we're like doing them all the time, but that shit's not normal. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
With a bunch of six figure stuff. So yeah, man, we feel great about Alpha Core 2.
Snacks with a $2 says he put down the soy latte and typed one-handed. Yes.
Oh, he's talking about the article writer.
Yeah. While he was sat down having a pee. Josh Kelsey slapping a 20 onto the counter. Josh Kelsey, thank you, sir. Love you, Josh. HTK bass player 6389 has been a member for 24 months. Thank you. Steel Lego History has been a member for 43. Says, thanks for the stream. Really enjoying it. I will try to get one of the new shirts as soon as I can. And have a blessed Thanksgiving, Eric.
Thank you.
Yeah, tomorrow. Thanksgiving, yo.
That is mañana. Yes, it is. Thank you. Shout out to you, Steel Leg.
Nice little holiday as well.
Yeah.
Is it a full fixture list tomorrow for the?
Is it a full who?
Is NFL? Is it a full fixture list tomorrow? Or is it just one match?
No, obviously Cowboys and Chiefs. I'm not sure if there's going to be some other game. Usually there is. Usually like at least 3 of them, 2 or 3. But
I don't know if I'm misremembering, but yeah, I thought they had more on Thanksgiving. The Black Nothing with a $2 is pray for the 2 National Guardsmen shit today.
Yeah, I saw that before or as the stream was starting. It was fucking crazy.
They got the guy.
Yeah.
I know that, but it's just
people are nuts, man.
I tell you what, a lot of this, and I'm not going to say which colors, black or white, red or blue, right?
Yeah.
But just a lot of this is garbage, lack of leadership for years and years now. In all of our countries, weak leadership because and the lack of consequence that they've brought in, because now people think they can just do what they want,
do whatever the fuck they want,
get away with fucking murder.
Yeah.
Literally, and when I say that, literally, and I think the Charlie Kirk murder epitomized that a lot.
That's for sure.
As the response from so many people was one of adulation, and and it just showed you how fucking lost we are. There are 3 again, but it just showed you how fucking lost we are. But weak men do bring hard times, and I think there's been weak leadership for donkey's years now in the West, and it's just allowed this to fester for years and years and years. It's disgusting. Eric, I could say so many things. Channel wouldn't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, it was crazy. I know initially they had said, it was reported that they were in critical, that they were both in critical condition, but I think at least ABC has reported that they were. It says that, I don't know if this headline is out of date or what, but as of now it says 2 National Guards members dead after the shooting. At least what ABC is reporting. So I don't. Yep, that's what ABC is reporting. I don't know if there's maybe some conflict, or if that's just like a recent development. But no, AP is reporting the same thing. It's saying that they both died. It says two West Virginia National Guard members shot in DC have died. So that's. Yep, you guys out there are fucking crazy, man. Fucking wrong. People just fucking stupid, man.
Gonna keep quiet. Otherwise, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, I feel you.
1992 space movie with a membership for 20 says just got my Horseman and Norfolk orders. Can't wait to read. Are we getting a new calendar for next year, Eric?
Nah, it would be in motion right now. If we were, we just decided not to. Didn't seem like there was going to be another demand for one. But yeah, we play it by ear. We'll continue to play it by ear each year. And if there's a demand for it, we'll put it out.
Advent calendar next year. And John Doe with a $1 super. Thank you, John Doe. Appreciate you. Eric, is there anything that you'd like to plug before we go, sir?
Oh, yeah. Go get the curse. Go get, obviously, the Black Eye Club. I'm doing some gaming streams, random streams here and there. Probably tomorrow I might do a pop-up show or something like that for the Thanksgiving. We'll see. Not quite sure, but yes. Go watch the video that I just did. Second, I guess, video. Was part of my little segment called July's Ledger, talking about the AI bubble. So go check that out. And yes, I have been doing some gaming stream. I was playing last night, Where Winds Meet. Actually having a lot of fun on that game. Initially there. Again, funny talking about Asian representation. It's only Asians around and my black ass character running around, but everybody else is Asian. So yes, go check that out. And as Jordan said, it's Control Z, which is our podcast over on the Rippaverse with our creators. Will be starting in 25 minutes. So go check that out.
Just want to throw something out there, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
What if Simu Liu isn't good enough?
That's always a possibility. Not a lot of people want to come to terms with that, but it's always a possibility.
I'm just throwing it out there. Has he ever taken that into consideration? Maybe he just doesn't deserve to be employed because he's Asian. Maybe it's got something to do with talent.
Perhaps.
Who knows? What do I know?
Right.
What do I know? Yes, me myself, Friday Night Tights. There'll be something tomorrow, whether it's video related or streaming related. There will be something tomorrow. Sunday afternoon tea with Az and Sunday fun day. And then real BBC on Tuesday will be on my channel and Ripping the Silverback next week on Eric's channel for episode 96. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you for getting up your free time. I do have a video which I posted before the stream where I talk about
Leslie Headland.
Lesbian headlamp having a cry that it's YouTubers. It's the fascist, racist YouTubers or sexist or bigoted. I don't know. Whichever words she's decided to use. It's their fault that the Acolyte failed. So go check out that video. So big thank you to everyone who came to watch. Mods, thank you for giving up your free time. Everybody super chatting and support the channel. Massive thank you indeed. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. Until then, you take care. Bye for now.
Peace.